Hello. Hi, B. Can you believe it's almost been 2 years? Has it been exactly 2 years? That's so wild. 23 months, 23. So 12 plus 12 equals 24. That's so close. Oh my gosh, B, thank you. Can you believe we've known each other for 2 years? I was actually just thinking how I have not hung out with you guys in a while, so I might, I might, maybe we'll plan something, or I don't know, because I miss you guys. Also, hi, Eddie. Hi, Phil. I will stretch. Thank you. I am actually super cold, but I just pumped up the heat in my office and I'm kind of having regrets. I feel like it's about to get super hot in here. Devin Rue. Welcome in. Hello. Absolute amazing human being. My hands are frozen right now. For those of you who don't know, I got, I think, a chemical burn. I don't think it was a allergy. I think I got a chemical burn. Hi, Devin. I hope you're doing well. I'm excited and nervous to chat with you oh my gosh, I think it's only a couple weeks now. We're halfway through the month. Also, hi, Kristen. Giovanni. It was freezing this morning, but it's because I turned the heat off after doing the treadmill. That's so fair. Bless you. Lovely Giovanni helped me and B bring my new treadmill that I got from my mother-in-law to my apartment yesterday. It was a lot, but we did it. We made it. Hi, Taylor. Welcome in. But yeah, I messed up my fingers this last week. We're so sure it was a chemical burn. So the tips of my fingers are still numb and my cuticles are incredibly sensitive, but the itchiness is all gone. And that was what was making working so hard, because the constant friction on my fingers from drawing. I'm excited to chat with you. I'm excited that you're excited. It's been a year so far. So I'm interested to see how interesting or boring I might be. But yeah, today we're working on some Dungeons and Dragons character commissions. That's almost always what we're working on. I want to get to flats on this piece. That's my goal. I don't know if we're going to go further than flats today, but I do have other commissions that we have to work on. I'll show you. So I do have this one for Kitchen Cat that I've been kind of chipping away at. It's kind of my newer style. And I'm a little anxious about streaming it, but like I'm feeling good about it. I really enjoy this black and white style. The only frustrating thing is Procreate has this like banding issue with dark colors, which you can see like right here. So the commissioner doesn't mind. I don't mind too much, but it does make me, I don't know if the word anxious is the right word here. I'm a very anxious person, but it makes me like, oh no, does it look bad? And then here's a very, very beginning sketch. If you have not commissioned me before, my beginning sketches are usually pretty messy, but hopefully the imagery is there enough to show off what is to come. But this is the other commission that we're working on. And then I don't think we have any other whips going on. Yes, it has. Ugh. Oh, 2024. Hi, Keldara. Welcome in. It is yours. That's correct. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I've had a weird morning. I woke up at 8. Oh, thank you for the power up. I woke up at 8. Sorry, I'm just talking for a bit while I hold my hands under my armpits because they're freezing and I need them to be warm to work. So I woke up at 8 because John has me feed him usually at 7, but we had a time thingy that we have, whatever it's called. And I woke up at 8. I got up. I had some yogurt and granola. And then I finished my movie. And then I passed back out. And I don't know if anyone else experiences this, but if I sleep again after sleeping, I I have like super vivid dreams or nightmares during that time. I don't know what the science is of it, but anyways, it was super disorienting. It was one of those dreams where everything seems normal and then everything suddenly isn't. And then I got woken up, and then it was like one of those mornings where you're really like out of body experience. Like I remember I was stirring my coffee this morning. This was not in my dream. I was stirring my coffee and I looked down and I was like, oh, okay, it's not done. I got to stir more. And instead of continuing to stir, I put the spoon in the sink. Fire me from humanity. I don't know what's wrong with me today. So that's why I'm like, I want to stream. So hopefully you guys can help me stay focused. She's so W? What does that mean? The little fangs, yes. I love... Baxter actually just revealed that she's in fact a tiefling to her party, by the way. They all kind of figured at this point, but that does look cute. I literally just had this like 30 minutes ago. It's like a little mini nightmare. Exactly. It's super wild. Which sometimes it's kind of fun. Like as a creative person, I've definitely had dreams where it's like, yo, I could turn that into a book. That was some good shit. But not always. Al didn't believe you, for the record, that I'm a tiefling. So Phil, aka Giovanni, has 2 characters in our Tuesday campaign at the moment, because his main character, Penner, got turned into stone. We have fixed him, but he also has now a little elderly man character that Baxter was fine with at first, but he instantly hated on Nox because she's from the Feywilds, and it's Al. So Baxter's like, absolutely not. That is my not child right there. Be nice to her. So he's literally an elderly man. It's true. It's true. Yeah. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I have to say while I warm up my little fingies here. I hope everybody's doing well. Is anybody working with me today? I do love to hear when we're co-working. Makes me very happy. I actually watched like one of my first streams instead of watching a show the other day. As some of you know, I don't actually watch a lot of Twitch streams. My focus does not stay long enough. Like I'll have it up, but I'll usually also be watching like, I don't know, Netflix or something. So you're working on a map? Ugh, Devin, you're gonna make me cry. That makes me so happy. Devin, I have a story for you. When I first figured out your work and started seeing it, I had looked into possibly getting a commission. This was quite a while ago. I cannot afford. If you guys don't know, Devin Rue is an amazing map artist. Literally phenomenal if anyone's interested. I don't know if Devin has their commissions open. I don't remember how it works. Do check out their work. But I remember checking out your work and wanting to commission you for a gift for my friend and like literally obsessing. I remember sitting at Comic-Con one day and be like, look at this map maker. I'm going to commission them. I'm very irresponsible with money and in a lot of debt because of COVID. So I did not. But you've been on my love radar, if you will, for quite a while. So I'm really honored you're here and working with me. I guess I should actually work. That would be co-working, right? You might do some sketching. Hell yeah. I'm working on an animated emote. Oh, cute. What kind of animation? I just recently became a moderator for Minecraft servers. I'm currently helping out with that. Oh, nice. That's awesome. Good for you. I would love to create something for you. I would love to work with you on something. I have this homebrew world that I need to flesh out one day. But actually, I was going to commission you for a gift for my friend. I don't want to say it too much in case she ever hears this, but hopefully one day. Yeah, I'm super down. One day I'd love to do something. I have this homebrew world. This one I can spoil. That's like, okay, I'm going to be honest. It's a little basic in storyline purposes, but the whole premise of it is that all elemental magic will not work properly at the beginning of the campaign, and the goal is to fix it. Short form, that's the case. And I was trying to figure out the world map, and this was a long time ago. And I haven't touched it since. But I remember being like, oh, I kind of want it like shaped like a star. And I'm like, that's stupid and doesn't make any sense. But now like I always think about it, I'm like, interesting. It all broke apart. There's like a little volcano in the middle. Very basic, I feel like, but it's a fun little idea. I'd love to DM one day. I love chaos. I love a little trauma in my D&D. So maybe one day I'll do that. Oh, I love this playlist. A little cow doing a silly dance. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. I'm gonna be honest, I haven't worked in like a week because of my fingers. So I'm trying to remember what step I was on at this point. Looks like the last thing we colored was these, but there's more to do. Let's see. Yes, okay. All right. I was like staring at this commission while talking. I'm like, what is the next step? What am I doing? The shape of the map isn't supposed to be the most interesting part of it. That is true. It's supposed to be what's on it. I definitely have lots of thoughts. I really hope I can actually do it one day because I love the idea of like, yes, it sucks to have a character. Maybe they start off with a few spells that are not working correctly, not as powerful because they're elemental magic. But how sick would it be when you like, maybe you do a lot of fire magic or whatever, and you fix that section, if you will, and then all of a sudden your spells are like super badass. I don't know. It just sounds super fun to me. I hope one day I get to do that. What is going on here? Oh yeah. Okay, I get it now. It's in a world called Arden, which I feel like is also really basic. I have a character named Arden, but I don't know. I just really liked it for a world. Essentially, it's like really basic. Like there were siblings, they were elemental type gods, and they each made their own sections. But the fire sibling, because of who she is, she brought obviously fire to humans and mortals, which allowed for so many things. And then she watched all of her family members settle down, but because of her element, think like Karlach, like she couldn't be touched, she couldn't be loved in the way that she wanted to be. So essentially everything went downhill when she realized what she was missing. And that's the spoilers I'll give, but one day. I do for patrons occasionally, but right now I'm focused on creating tarot deck, so not so much at the moment. Oh my god, I did not know you were working on a tarot deck. That's so exciting. Oh, I can't wait to hear more. I've always debated on doing that as well. I love how it's very, like, I don't want to say common. Like, it's not like it's overdone or anything. Like, I love seeing artists create tarot decks. I actually would love to do a playing card deck. As someone who plays a lot of games, that's actually been, like, I would love to do tarot, don't get me wrong. But, like, a playing card deck would be so cool as well. And I feel like I'd use the crap out of it. I'm torturing myself with a 90 card deck. How quick do you feel like you work on each card? That's fair. I'll keep that in mind for when I need my story map worked on. Yes, this, also speaking of, this commission actually belongs to EDH player we know as Eddie in the community. It looks very weird, in my opinion, because of placement, because her wings aren't drawn or sketched on yet. So bear with me. I do think she looks very odd on the page without the proper, what's the word? Where's my references? There you go. We have like a collection of different play cards deck. Yeah, I think I have, do I have one by Loesch? I think I got one in her Kickstarter. I'm developing the descriptions and meetings at the moment. I haven't started the art yet. Well, I cannot wait until you do. I can't wait to see it. Do you have like a vibe for the type? Again, if you want to, not again, I didn't say it yet. I thought it in my head. But if you want to keep it secret for whatever reason, that's obviously okay as well. But it's going to be dope. I can't wait to see it. I'm noticing as I talk, I have a bit of a sore throat. That's just from existing. I don't get actually sick a lot. I get like a sore throat, but I don't get actually sick. What? Sharkbait Puha, thank you so much for gifting 5 subs to the channel. Speaking of, if you would like a goose this month and you don't have one yet, check out the Discord in the Doodle Goose section to see if you have one for March yet, and then that let myself or Fallen know. You can just comment in there what goose you want. Oh, I made the art for the back of the deck. It's viewable on my Patreon. Hell yeah. Well, everyone, please go check out Devin Rue's Patreon. Hopefully one day I can sneak my way on there and check it out. Maybe I will, actually. I can't do it right now because my computer gets really upset when I open up too many things, but I should do it. My brain is so slow. This is why on my social media I'm like, hey, can you guys help me stay focused? Okay, brain work. Okay, so I believe the top one is silver and then the bottom 2 are gold in these thingies. So that's what I'm gonna do. But Eddie, of course, we can always adjust. It's a cartographer's tarot deck, and I'm so in love. Oh, that's actually such a sick idea. Oh man, I can't wait to see that. I'm definitely gonna have to just stroll my way into your Patreon. I need, yeah, a color I can see better. Okay, brain. That's not right. No. Where are we? That's hair. Okay. Oh my goodness. This is what I get for not working for a week. I've just been super dozy. Like, you know, when your body's working on healing something, so you get super sleepy. Do you know what I mean? Hello, Auntie. Welcome in. I had to kick out my cat. He wanted to cause drama. Actually, I think he wanted to play. I feel a little guilty, but if he wants pet food, if he wants cat food, he's gonna have to let me work. Cartographer's tarot deck. I'm so excited. I have the Taroka tarot deck that comes with the Curse of Strahd. We bought it separately for our Tuesday campaign, and it's so much fun and so freakily accurate during game. Wah! Thank you, Devin. Welcome in. I hope you enjoy the chaos. I'm very bad at being active on the Discord, but I'm trying. Hi, V. Hello, Blue Skittle. Welcome in, y'all. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well. I'm doing better. Better is a good word. I did find a new favorite morning drink, which is always a plus. I got these like Premier Proteins because I'm trying to do like a more protein in my diet. And I got like a cafe latte. I don't know, something. And, oh my God. I mix it with a bit of coffee. Whew. Y'all, it's so good. Recommend it if you can drink caffeine. Whew. I have a song stuck in my head. I don't know if any of you will recognize it. It goes, a cowboy needs a hat, needs a hat, needs a hat, and a pair of funky boots, funky boots. That's all I know. Very different than the music we're listening to right now, but that's how my brain is right now. Just not, it's not at 100% yet, y'all. All right, so we got our, oh, this is part of it. I was wrong. I'm a liar. Get the silver and then we'll add the gold. I've heard that before. It was a song. It was a song on TikTok. Also, thank you, Stream Elements. Hey, y'all, by the way, we have a goal of selling 50. We've sold one. And you know what? That's okay. That's pretty normal for a little artist like me. But hey, if you like HelloFresh, please check out that link. You get free stuff if you're in the US. And it's helpful for me as well because you're helping me also buy my own groceries, feed an artist, and get food in this economy. I love HelloFresh. We don't have it this week. We've had it for like half a year now, but we don't have it this week because B's been house sitting at his parents'. So I cooked chicken Caesar salad for myself yesterday. You'd be very proud of me. If you don't know me very well, I abhor being in the kitchen. I hate it. I have very bad experiences. By bad experiences, I mean, I put wax paper in the oven once. One time I was boiling water and it lit on fire because whoever washed the pot didn't remove the oil from it. I don't know. I just got bad luck in the kitchen. And I did not wash that pot. I want to be clear. That was at my friend's house. All right. Gold time. Gotta watch that combustible water, right? Okay, it like boiled over and then hit the coil. Like it didn't just combust, but still. Star! 24 months! Officially 2 years! Yay! Welcome in, Star. It's so nice to see you here. Thank you so much for subscribing for 2 years. Disgusting. That's amazing. Thank you, welcome in. If you do not have a goose, you know the drill. If you could put it into the Doodle Goose section of the Discord, that would be amazing. I'm having a hard time staying focused today. How are you doing today, Star? I'm surprised you're not at work. Oh, I want to make sure my references are fully visible. Yep. Okay, now I leave. Bye-bye. This was expected. Have a good day, Star. Oh, my throat is sore. I'm wearing my Laudna sweater because I was so cold this morning. I was so shocked. I thought it was getting nicer. I even turned off the heat in my bathroom. I have regrets. Let me know if we want to do the mom cleaning the house playlist or stay with this, like, vibe. Hydrate? I will hydrate. Thank you. Everyone else should hydrate, especially if you're working right now, and stretch. Okay. So we've got that. What is this? There's nothing in this layer. Why are you here? What am I doing? Okay, so the elbow thingies are silver and gold. Let's see. Okay. So we're going to start with this. There's lots of details that I won't necessarily put into the flats. But some of them I will, just to make sure the structure is there. So when I show it to Eddie, he's not like, where is all the detail? So I'll put like some in, which is a fair question. But right now the goal is to just get the base done, essentially. Wrap me in your skin and bones, yeah, you're electrical. I heard so many complaints about this song when it came out. I love it, the whole thing. Like, people love the chorus and then complained about other parts of the song. I love the whole thing. I thought it was so good. I think it was so good. It is so good. English. These wing things are so cool. I'm always so confused on how armor works, especially on the elbows, but I'm trying to get better. I definitely have seen other armor done that doesn't make sense for the elbows, because elbows bend, you guys. Did you know? So something to be mindful when you're working on armor. Even if I'm not perfect right now, I just don't want it to be like this big block that doesn't make sense. Most armor, at least that I've seen, like plate mail and stuff like that, has like layered pieces so that way they bend. I'm sure they're super noisy though. So noisy. It all makes sense why certain armor means you can't, that you roll stealth with disadvantage. Sometimes I have to make the line art dark because I cannot see it at this point. What is in here? I feel like this was all supposed to be that brown color, which we've decided is like a jumpsuit underneath to help with chafing. Also an important note when wearing armor, I'm sure. Okay, where are you? I don't know why I just like stopped when I was coloring it there. Maybe I'll add some of the gold here just so we can kind of get the image. This character's so cute. I hope I can do her justice. And then I believe we're also doing the edges. I've definitely changed the armor a bit, which it looks like is pretty common depending on who's the artist for each of your commissions, Eddie. But hopefully we like. All right, so there. These also have gold edging. I was kind of just talking to myself, but I was just saying, like, we discussed that some of the armor has changed from the reference photos, but hopefully it all makes sense. I want to make sure it's still very much Bree's essence, if you will. Okay, and then her pauldron also has a gold rim to it. We're kind of playing around with the idea. So, thank you. Definitely it's like a mix of the wonderful references that Eddie has provided and gotten commissions of. I think a little too hard, I think, when I'm doing armor. I definitely would love to do some more research on it and make sure it all makes sense. I think that's definitely one of my goals this year, is to improve it, like more detailed outfits and armor and stuff like that. We might add some more like shapes and stuff. Hi, Casey. Welcome in. Okay, so we got that. While I've got this gold going, I'm just gonna go like that. Thank you. I think a little hard on it too, and I definitely need to improve on drawing it from perspective. That's another thing as well. I feel like overall it's definitely a very difficult part of drawing fantasy characters. I used to charge like extra for armor and stuff, but I haven't been able to in a while. But like, it can definitely be very, very complicated. Okay, what's next? I think her hair, but I'm going to do her eyebrows actually first. So she is a blonde. Where is my photos here? So she's a white blonde. And I see some people draw her eyebrows light and some people draw them dark. She's definitely paler, so I'll be adjusting that once we get the flats in. Over the Eras Tour movie? No! No! That's very sweet of you. Impressive commitment. Yeah, that is. I'm honored. Especially if you look at the ones from Kings that have the... yes. Yes. It's crazy. Crazy, crazy. Whew. Okay. I'm going to start with darker brows, and then we'll kind of adjust as we pick her colors, if you will. I like doing like a light brown with blondes. So I just start with a soft airbrush. I thought she would have just fluffier brows, especially in comparison to Eddie's other character, whose name is Dorvithia. I believe I pronounced that correctly. Who is a lot more like sultry, so I imagine more like sculpted brows. And then Bree, I believe, is a bit more cheery, fluffy, sunny. And I love me a fluffy brow. I don't know. I think there's something carefree about a fluffy brow. Does that make sense? I feel like all the personalities in the eyebrows, obviously. Who is she? This character belongs to Eddie, EDH player. Her name is Bree. I cannot remember too much about her lore at the moment, but she's, I believe, a healer. And I've been wanting to draw her for a while, so I'm really excited I get to. I like to use this hairbrush to kind of sculpt out the brows and make them feel more natural. She's so freaking cute. Okay, and then let's get some hair in here. She's a knight errant in the story, but the D&D character I played as a one-shot was a paladin fighter hybrid. Oh my gosh, she's so cool. Why did I think she was a healer of some kind? I think it's her sunny disposition. All right, so for hair, I like to fill in as much as I can just with a pen, and then I do like the silhouette with a more textured brush. So I'll show you. Just using a pen at the moment. I'm going to play some happier music for a bit. But if we decide we want the chiller music, you just let me know, y'all. This is a co-work stream. Okay. You work to lo-fi? I find a lot of people work to lo-fi, but there's something about it that makes me so anxious, and I don't know why. So for me, the best thing to work on is to work with is stuff I know the words to, or a story, which is why actually I watched so much Critical Role and why I was able to watch so much in such a short amount of time, because hearing the story helps me stay focused, I guess. Which is why I think I like streaming. But yeah, if you want me to change the music, you just let me know. I've been listening to this one a lot when I do my workouts and cleaning. So I'm hoping it'll just wake up the brain a bit. I dance too much with other music, and that's not so good for drawing. I feel that. I would be so embarrassed if someone watched me on a day-to-day basis, especially on a cleaning day. My most common thing I listen to on a cleaning day is the entirety of Hamilton, the musical. My goal, once I get my treadmill working, it just has to be like kind of set up and oiled or whatever, is to learn the rest of Hamilton. I know the first 3 or 4 songs almost completely by heart, and I scream them. Y'all, my neighbors are probably in fear of who I am. They're like, who is this weirdo? And she won't stop singing Hamilton. I'm snowed in and home alone today, so glad, because I do weird stuff when no one is watching. I talk to myself a lot. I'd love to say that I don't answer myself a lot, but I feel like that's a lie. And I remember B stayed home one day and had to kind of not hear it for the first time, but I think he didn't really realize how much I do that. Even better, I talk to my cat very normally, as if he's a human being, and he, I don't think, also knew that. I've broken so many chairs from dancing while working. I think that's amazing. I think that you deserve an award for that. Also, dancing is so good on the body. I just recently started working out and trying to take better care of my body, because I'm really realizing is the detriment, is that the right word? Like the effect on my body for not moving ever. I'm a full-time artist, so, and I feel so good. Y'all should, if you don't do it, I don't know. Endorphins are real. I talk to myself so much and sometimes stop and have to be like, Casey, get a hold of this habit because you become a ranty, crazy old person. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think you should embrace the ranty, crazy old person. The armor she wears came into possession after she encountered a merchant who claims it was once owned by a warrior angel in ancient times. The way it plays out gives the impression that it was destined to come into her possession. Ooh, that's cool. Look, artists have the worst work habits. Yeah. Yes. Absolutely we do. That is factual. But I also like, in general... Okay, so here's the story without getting too ranty, because I know I've talked about it before. But due to health issues in middle school and high school, I had a chiropractor tell me that I was not allowed to jump, move in certain ways, run, twist, all those things. So I actually didn't do gym class almost all of high school. Turns out, if you decide not to use your body part because it hurts, then it just gets worse. So I just became an extra super lazy person. That's also how I lost muscles in my hands. I love showing people my flat hand because the muscle that like attaches to your thumb, that squishy guy that you push if you're trying to test a steak, I don't know, I don't understand how that works, but that one is flat on my hand. And I remember the first time I went to a physiotherapist instead of a chiropractor, they looked at my hand and they were like, what the fuck? Being oh my gosh, I can't talk. Sedentary is hard on the body. Yes. Like my hips started getting so sore. My feet started swelling. Like it's honestly very, very dangerous on your body. I mean, it's dangerous to like be too active too. Like you have to find a happy balance. I mean, I'm just picturing those old people who walked on the sidewalk just talking loudly to themselves. And I feel that's my future if I don't nip this in the bud. Do you know what though? Sometimes being a little delulu is okay, I think. I think it's kind of good for you, especially in days like today. A little delusion goes a long way, you know? Do cake decorating. Squeezing those icing bags is legit the best hand workout I've ever had. I was a cake decorator in high school and my right hand was ripped. That's actually the coolest advice I've ever received regarding rebuilding my muscle in my hand. I've been debating on buying those grippers. Sorry, when I say gripper, I think of feet now. The internet has ruined me. But like, do you know what I'm talking about? Those grippy thingies. I think this is all covered in hair, but whatever. I'll just attach it like that. I've just invented the first thought-controlled air freshener. It makes sense when you think about it. My brain does that. Is that what you mean? It's way more fun than those hand grippy thingies. Yes, I know what you mean. But it's also such a mess, Casey. And there's a reason I do digital artwork. I hate mess. Now, I'm not the cleanliest person ever. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not... It's not like that. Oh, beautiful. But like, I want to get more into traditional art, especially with like AI and all that stuff. So I've kind of debated on it, but like, is it raining? Excuse me. There is snow on the ground. Stop it. It's raining. The gripper's fallen. The grippers. But yeah. The mess just really stresses me out and makes me regret everything. It doesn't have to be that messy. That's true. I do watch cake decorating on TikTok. I feel like if you're on TikTok at all, like, you end up watching a bit of cake decorating. Like, it's just gonna happen. And I love those cute little, like, heart cakes that are really trending. If you want calming music, check out Sleeping at Last. Sleeping at Last. I probably don't want calming music, but for those of you that do. My favorite calming music that I've been listening to sometimes if I'm having a hard time falling asleep is this video on YouTube. It's Hosier music, Hosier, whatever you want to call him, but with the sound effect that it almost sounds like you're listening to it in a car while it's raining. It's very pleasant. Your forehead isn't big enough, young lady. We need to work on that. One moment, please. Good old liquefy tool. Let me just... Yeah, very nice. My mom made me add this song to this playlist. So I'm sorry, or you're welcome. It's supposed to get messy today. I'm so glad sometimes that I stay indoors at all times. There's a cake decorator here on Twitch. Oh my gosh, that's so cool that they stream it. I have to shovel my driveway. We've gotten about 5 feet of snow in the last 24 hours. Don't tell me, but the amount that I want to know where you're located, because I'm actually shocked you have so much snow and I don't. I've told people where I'm located because I always mention I go to the conventions here, so I don't freak out. But like where I'm from, like Winnipeg, is literally titled Winterpeg and Manasnoba, and we just didn't get as much snow as we usually do, so it's so weird. I feel like I'm missing stuff. Hold on. Colorado. Okay, that makes sense. That's basically Canada. I'm so sad Hosea is coming to Australia. All tickets sold out in 4 hours. No. Hosea is coming here too, but I cannot afford. So I will live by, I almost said by curiously. I mean, also, yeah. But I will live what's the word? I will live through, the only time I ever use Snapchat is Snapchat Maps when I want to see a concert that I can't go to. Vicariously. Thank you. Vicariously. That's my new favorite word. Yeah. That's the only time I use Snapchat these days is like Snapchat Maps viewing a concert. I did that the first time Blackpink did a tour, and I just watched it in Brampton or wherever they were. I watched it on Snapchat as much as I could, and then I got to go the next time, which is amazing. Gotta live that bi-curiously life. Exactly. Trying to figure out her hair because it doesn't technically make sense, but I want it to look pretty. That's the goal. So I'm using the Hair One brush from Hey Mary Jane. I want to try to be more like actively talking about how I'm doing what I'm doing. If you don't want me to do that, maybe I won't, but I feel like it could be helpful. Not like a tutorial or anything, but just like, oh, this is the brush I'm using right now. Here's where I got it. Caldara, thank you so much for the lurk. I wanted to, I don't know if you can hear me, Caldara, but I wanted to thank you because I am in contact with that VA, and I might, I'm going to try out a couple months with her. She seems very lovely. Look at the pretty hair. Yeah, I told my mom that we called this playlist Mom Cleaning the House playlist, and she's like, so I Knew the Bride is on there? So my mother dictated something. That's awesome. Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. I don't know if I can fully afford it, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try because it would be very, very helpful. It's just so rare that people come to Australia, so I understand why they sold out so fast, but also like, damn, do you know, I'm sure you could probably get tickets, I hate to say it, but like through a reseller, like if you're desperate. Just don't pay before you get the tickets. Like, I've done that. I hope she helps you as much or more than me. I hope she helps us equally. She's very lovely. Hopefully that'll be starting kind of soon, but I know she's busy. Your mom also going to be out here blasting your playlist when she's cleaning the house now? Do you know what? She might. Just kidding. She's a very stubborn lady. She doesn't like change. But she might. I sent her the playlist. She's like, I probably won't listen to it. I love using... Okay. When you're drawing hair, consider gravity. Now, in this case, I have not fully considered gravity because it doesn't technically make sense, but I want her to look fluffy. So like I have like these extra pieces out here, right, that don't technically make too much sense with gravity. But I also love like having stuff fall on the shoulder, or maybe like falling down this pauldron, which is so cute. Like snow. Okay, I figured as much, but the background is white, so I'm starting with this color. And then I believe she's also, like, would you describe her as pale? A lot of the commissions, Eddie, she looks pale, but I'm not sure if that's necessarily on purpose. So now that we've got all these flats in, I'm going to throw in a background and then kind of just do like the wings in a way. And then we can adjust the colors as needed. Same with like her eyebrows. We weren't totally sure. We are now a group all working on this Brie commission. If you wanted her eyebrows darker or lighter. So we'll be playing around with all that. That's one of the reasons I like doing flats this way, where I have the line art separate so I can fully adjust things before we merge. Ricky, I refuse to buy from resellers here because they're absolutely disgusting with their high cups. That is not too shocking. That sucks. My mom doesn't like my music taste. My mom doesn't like a lot of my tastes. One time I told her if she wants to be my mom, she has to listen to me talk about D&D. She's having a blow dry fan thing. Exactly. Model moment. I'm still at work. Shh, don't tell anyone, but hi, I love you. You're so kind and brave and talented. Ellie, I love you. I don't know if Ellie can hear me right now. But the thing I was talking about, Devin, if you're listening, was for that girly pop. I love Ellie. She's my DM for my Monday campaign, my Wednesday campaign, some Friday campaigns sometimes, and we play also together on Fridays. So we have a game tonight. You put your kids on the bus. Are you just standing outside then? That works. Her skin color isn't pale per se, but she is more light skinned than everyone else in the region. Kind of like a Scandinavian in the Middle East kind of look. Okay. We'll figure it out. Also one of your best friends. Actually, we're not friends at all. Who are you? I don't know you. No, I'm just kidding. Yes. You're the best friend. I believe I, for some reason, no longer have the sketch of the wings. Don't know why I did that. Don't know where they went. So I'm going to have to figure that out. Baxter is dead. Thank you. Stranger danger. Okay. I just want to pull up the sketch that I originally sent that had the wings because I liked the movement that I had included in it. So give me 1 second while I pull that up from the Discord. Oh, the lovely Devin has sent in her post in the introduce yourself if anyone is interested in checking out their Patreon. 1010 recommend. All right, Eddie, let me see. There it is. I'll show you the original sketch. This is the original sketch. So I just want to make sure the wings have this sort of vibe. I really like the shape to it. And then this one, I was thinking kind of goes in front. I do that almost every time I draw wings. I have no regrets. I just like the way it looks. Let me pull this back up. Right? Isn't it so pretty? Okay. We're just going to be drawing like I don't know. Waiting. We're just kind of this is not how they're going to look. I'm still learning how to draw wings, but I just kind of want to give the general shape. That's the goal here. Okay. And then it's wild that this is an old song. I don't know. Just feels so current, I guess. And then So this is technically a portrait, but as many of you know, very often if I'm doing a commission where I feel like it'll look better with a little bit more showing, I will do that for no extra charge because I want it to look, I want to be proud of the work just as much as I want you to like it. So sometimes I will do that. So in this case, I wanted her to look very, very innocent and cute, but still have her armor and her badassery, if that makes sense. So that's kind of the goal here. I think I was happy with it. Okay. I'll probably do something dark in here. Maybe something to match the blue of her skirt. Okay, time to inhale some of this giant coffee. Hell yeah. What are you working on today? Yeah. Sometimes it can be frustrating, it can be frustrating when you're working on something and you're like, oh man, like if I just had a little bit more movement here, like this could really make the piece look, I don't know. I don't want to say better, but just like more appealing composition wise. And I feel like you should be excited about the piece, obviously, that you're working on as well. So it's something I think about often. Let's just stick you over there. So she also has these like halo things, which I'm not going to include yet. So don't stress, Eddie. Those are going to be like probably closer to last. Finishing off an emote set. The ones that, oh God, the really scary one. So, maybe call me no matter where you are, no matter how far. So she is angelic in my brain. Obviously, look at her. So I want to give her what I call the angel glow, which is a glow all the way around her. Almost like she has an aura of glowing, if that makes sense. Yeah. It's not like extreme or anything. I think I do want it to be blue, actually. The warm and cool is going to really look cool, I think. I always find flats can look very funky, so bear with me. I'm going to doodle on those halos. I also want to add in some warmth into the background, but I'm going to be using like an orange tone instead. Maybe we'll go from this side. Just a little bit there. Maybe coming off like the wings. Because I just think that looks cool. And then probably underneath the wing that's coming in the front, we're going to be doing, I'm not going to include this like when I'm doing the, what's it called? Like the shading. I'll turn this off. But essentially I want the planes of the piece to be separate. So I'm going to be adding like, not like that, but I'm just trying to explain like shadow near the bottom here. You could also play around with it and do like a lighter color, but I personally like a darker. So we'll start with that. Now, we have to adjust her colors. So we're kind of debating on the exact color of her eyes. And I believe we're also messing around now. We can make her hair more white. And her skin tone is probably going to be a bit lighter as well. So like that. And then her skin. So the way that I do, what is this dot? It's driving me crazy. Who are you? Where are you from? The hair. Haha. Awesome. And then her skin, we also want to be appropriate. So I was just going to say that even though I have access to more layers, so I don't get lost in the sauce of layers, I like to merge things if they're not touching. So it's kind of hard to see, but in this case, I'll use my mouse. I have her skin up here. That's the only skin that's showing. So I have her brown like jumpsuit also on this layer. So now I can go ahead and just select the skin and adjust like that. So would you say she's like this pale? Oh, she's so cute. And then I also want to adjust her eyebrows. They need a little bit more saturation, I think. But the question is if we're doing a light brow or a dark brow. Okay. So this is with a darker brow. I personally love a darker brow with lighter hair. Big fan. But it does also look really cool if you do a light color. We'll have to change, obviously, the line art. But we could also do a light color. So I'm going to leave that up to you. You let me know. And then her eyes. Something we're kind of deciding between a more pinkish color versus a lavender tone. So right now I have it as a lavender tone. The previous ones have been dealer's choice. Okay, I'm a big fan of dark brows. I love it. Not super dark, obviously, but darker than her hair. So, also, does she wear lipstick? Like, would you say her lip color is more natural? Or would you want her wearing a lipstick? Let me know. So for her eyes, we were bouncing between the lavender and then, let me just pull up the other references. I have them somewhere. Somewhere natural. Okay, I'm going to lighten them up a bit just because we did also lighten up the skin. Da, 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 da. And then the eyes. Let's do the lips really quickly, actually. So how I do natural lips is I select the skin tone and then I take... I want to make sure this is visible. Oh yeah, obviously it's visible. Then I take this bad boy and I move it over to the red. And then maybe I'll go a little bit darker, a little bit more saturated. And then boop. That's a little too light. That's good. So yeah, essentially I just go in like this angle from where the skin tone was. If anyone's curious, not that you care, but I've been really into like neon orangish red lips. I don't know why. Y'all, it makes my heart so happy. We're not doing that on your commission, don't worry. But I was just thinking about it. Twitch crashed? Did it crash for you? It looks like it's good for me. So if your Twitch is crashing, just be sure to lower the quality in which you are watching. Because that could be a big factor. So... for the eyes, we were also debating on like more of this color. I love a good orange lip, right? That's a little too dark. So I think that's kind of what we're playing around with. I do love the lavender, but at the same time, like I do feel like a lot of your pictures are more closer to a pink than it is a lavender. Maybe we'll do like, because this looks... I mean, it's still purple, but it definitely looks more pink to me, whereas lavender for me is more like periwinkle-ish, like closer to a blue than it is a pink on the little color scale thingy majigger. Yeah, I would say this is the color that I see a lot of the commissions in, like the other art pieces. So I'll let you pick. Lovely Eddie. I don't know if your Twitch is working right now, though. So I'm actually going to take this moment to run to the washroom while hopefully Eddie returns. I'm really liking this so far. I'm really excited. I'm not excited to color the scale mail. I will always take a commission despite the scale mail, but I will cry the whole time. All right, I'm going to run to the washroom. Everybody be good. Make good choices. Drink some water. Do you know what's so annoying? I have like Christmas lights hanging in front of my on the front of my apartment, and the end of it is hitting my window and just knock 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 with the wind. So I came back to stream early because I couldn't handle the sound of it. I should probably go secure it or something at some point, but it's so annoying, y'all. Also, Isti, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Also, Eddie, thank you so much for the resubscription. I'm excited to do your angel goose. All right, so we like this color, I believe you said. And we are going to make it a bit more in the middle, I think is what you said. Those kind of noises make me crazy, right? So here we are. We're just going to adjust with this now. Okay. Maybe we can also lighten it a bit. All right. I am going to go to this screen real quick. So, hello. So I can send this update to Eddie just to make sure you're fully approving. I may actually continue on this. I may. I can't even do the tick of a clock. Yeah, right? Same. Drives me crazy. All right, so I've sent that update to Eddie, so I can go back to this screen. I'm just going to drink some coffee and have some water. Here, let me doodle on. I believe it's bigger and then smaller. Obviously, the size won't necessarily be this, but doo-doo. Yay, doodles. Don't go breaking my heart. This song had a chokehold on me, specifically after Ella Enchanted came out. Anybody else? Baby, you're that kind. All right. Right? We should do... Who wants to watch Ella Enchanted on stream sometime? Because I'm down. The guy in Ella Enchanted, though, he's so pretty. Anne Hathaway, so pretty. All right, so we've gotten our approval from Eddie. So my next step, I'm going to merge the background, not the wings. And then I'm going to start merging the line art. So what I do is I color the line art, being mindful that there is other stuff on this layer other than line art. Chicken Little? I don't think I really watched Chicken Little. Never heard the song before Ella Enchanted. I think I did. I feel like I did. It's definitely a song my mother would have listened to, but Ella Enchanted is so good. Oop, wonder if Brian is here. You're down to watch some Ella Enchanted sometime? Nobody showed us. Okay, and then I feel like the line art for the rest of it is okay. So I'm going to merge this. Merge this. Merge this. This. When I was down, I was your clown. I've started being a little bit more, what's the word? Precarious with merging. Like just using that good old selection tool more often, I guess you could say. So something I like to do when I'm doing hair is something that you see in a lot of anime art. Ah, Luria. Is that how I say your name? Hi, welcome in. It's so nice to see you here. It's something you see in anime a lot. Is like a glow from the skin or other things as well. So like in anime, like you'll see it like on the skirt, if that makes sense. I don't know. I don't know if I'm making a sense. Hold on. So I'm going to take the skin tone and kind of just softly make like a circle around her face with the same color. And it just kind of makes it fit better. It's so subtle. So subtle. But I love it. I love Elle Enchanted. That is not shocking. I would totally watch Elle Enchanted with you on stream. Hell yeah. I'm going to bounce, but if you're still streaming around 3, I'll be back. Sounds good. Oh, wait. Eddie, if you can still hear me, am I cool to keep working on this or do you want me to wait? I've dusted off the Twitch to come say hello. Well, I'm honored. Welcome back to Twitch. I hope you're doing well. Are you working on any artwork today? Okay, so merge. I also want a more warm tone line art for the eyebrows, like so. And then I usually merge those. What is this? Who are you? Nothing. You're empty. Okay. Yay! I love when people are working with me at the same time. Even if you're not listening, I don't know. It feels so good. It's so nice. Especially because, like, I don't know. I co-work a lot, actually. Me and my twin sister. We, like, Discord call during the day, but just, like, stay muted. I'm going to send Eddie a message just to confirm I'm okay to continue. This is a horrible song. I'll say it every time. I mean, it's catchy as hell. But, like, the meaning of the song sucks. Oh, heck. Am I okay to continue on stream? Let me have some water. I feel like he's probably okay with me working on stream. Being Eddie, we've worked together a few times now. So I'm going to continue. But hopefully, if he says otherwise, then I'll stop. But usually I'm okay. I just want to make sure, are her pupils different? I don't think so. There's such like a mix. So I'm not sure. I'll paint it like a normal. Twitch Discord hangs were the biggest recommendation I got when I was like, well, working from home is lonely. So here I am. This looks very, very nice so far. Thank you so much. And yeah, I was actually talking to my partner today because if anyone works from home, no matter what that job might be, if you are going through it, if you will, you can have a hard time getting out of bed and doing what you have to do. And my partner, he's a chef de partie, which is like under a chef at an event place. And obviously he doesn't work from home. I was like, you will never understand. While I'm honored to be able to work from home, there is its own difficulties for sure. I'm going to continue, but let me know if I should pause and I'll send updates. That's what I said. Yeah. I don't think people know that they're okay to use like the voice sections of the Discord. So just so anybody listening, FYI, you are very welcome to use the voice section of the Discord. If anyone says something inappropriate though, please don't hesitate to reach out to a mod because we have a no nonsense policy. 100% my partner is a lead bartender and it's the same vibe. He comes home and I'm like, oh my God, please tell me about your day. I'm always like, what did you cook? Tell me about it. He's like, I don't know, some sauces. I'm like, what kind? What do you call a grasshopper with a guitar? Jiminy Hendrix. Jiminy Hendrix. That's so cute. All right. So we're going to start by painting the eyes That's almost always what I start with. I'm gonna do a subtle pink tone on either corner in a soft airbrush. And then go in with the... What is this called? The pink part of your eyeball. What's it called, y'all? That'd be a fun drawing. Iris? No, not the iris. The sacrum is... I worked in X-ray. The sacrum is not it. But let me Google. It's not pupil. The pink, you guys. This guy. What is the pink? It's like near your tear ducts part of the eye called. The iris is partly... No. I want the pink thingy. The lacrimal caruncle is a small pink globular spot at the inner corner. Got it. No. Okay, so the iris is this color. The sclera is this. The lacrimal caruncle is this. The pupil is the black thingy in the middle. We got there eventually. Also, hello. Welcome in, Punk Logics. So I used to work in X-ray. For those of you who don't know, I was a transcriptionist and receptionist. The sacrum is like around your pelvis, I believe. No, wait. Is that your chest? I didn't say I was good at my job. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. I'm right. It's your pelvis. It's in your pelvis. Nasolacrimal duct. Oh, I wonder if that's the same thing. I'm Googling now. Lacrimal duct. Yeah. No. So the duct is actually... Okay, hold on. We're doing anatomy class now. So, this is your pupil. This is your iris. This is your sclera. This is your lacrimal caruncle. And then there is a... like a sinus duct here under your skin. That is your nasolacrimal duct. Yeah. Class with Ricky. Rods and cones, baby. Exactly. Wow, I'm suddenly like an anime boy. All right. What was I doing? Dreams come true. Do a darker red color. Yeah. I actually really liked working in X-ray. It was the people that I worked with was the problem. But like I really liked working in X-ray. It was really fulfilling. Okay. It's always the people who ruin a job. Yes, it is. Oh, I just realized what I'm missing. Why this felt so weird. Why didn't anybody tell me? I spent a lot of time in X-ray for all the wrong reasons. LOL, accident prone. Oh no. I'm sorry to hear that. At least radiation isn't what it used to be. Like it's definitely not very detrimental on the body nowadays. It's a little too blue, I think, for this piece. So I'm just going to lower the saturation on that layer just a smidgen. And then get back to what I was doing here. I'd be glowing otherwise, yes. I will say I have seen a good number of older people with a lot of X-rays and they're just fine. Not that that isn't to say that there isn't its own little form of danger, but definitely not what it used to be. All right, now rounding out the eye. we wanna go? Okay, and then we're gonna do an under eye color, which we always do. All right, I got an update from Eddie. We are okay to continue. For anyone who is new here, just so you know, you're always welcome to talk during stream, ask questions, that kind of stuff. Don't be shy. I can usually answer everything. I can't do like full on tutorials because I don't have the time. But if you're like, hey, what are you doing? What brush is that? That's what I'm here for. Otherwise, I'd be watching Critical Role right now. Also, I need y'all's help. I need to stay focused. It's a tough world out here. Really like your character work. Been looking for a character artist. Thank you so much. I love painting characters. It is definitely my favorite part of the job. Speaking of, I do actually have two emergency commission slots open for the month of March. If anyone is interested in grabbing those, send me a message. Again, those are only for the Hailiiz. What do I call it? The fully detailed portraits and half bodies. So I like to do this undercolor. I don't know, just like a soft airbrush. I think it really brings the eyes to life. But Jamaica, ooh, I wanna take you to Bermuda, Bahama, come on, pretty mama. To be fair, the emergency commission cost is not on my card, BT dubs. But the deal is you get 10% off for regular customers and 30% off for Patreon members, but payment is required upfront instead of waiting till we start because the queue is out till like June, July at the moment. That's true. Cocktail? I have not seen that, but I distinctly remember that my mother owned it because I remember seeing it on VHS. Not to age myself or something. By seeing it on VHS, I mean seeing the box of it. I don't think I've seen the movie. I might have seen parts of it though. It really lasts the test of time. Oh yeah? What's the give me like a synopsis without spoilers. Jamaica, ooh, I wanna take you to Bermuda, Bahama, come on, pretty mama. She definitely gives me like innocent eyes. I like doing the tiny pupils these days. She's glowing, okay? Her pupils need to contract so that way too much light doesn't get in and hurt her retinas, okay? So her pupils have to be small. It's science, I think. Am I on the right layer? I am. Tom Cruise is a bartender who goes to the islands to be a superstar bartender and falls in love with Elizabeth Shue. Love drama. Oh my gosh. That sounds wild. What is a superstar bartender? What does that mean? I don't know why this doesn't... Maybe it's the color. There you go. What do you call a group of killer whales playing music together? An orchestra. Ha ha ha. It's giving Danny from Grease. Oh, Sandy, don't make me laugh. The bartenders who throw the bottles in the air and make fancy drink. Okay. You know what? That's fair. That's pretty superstar. I couldn't do that. All right. I love bringing the eyes to life first. It's just very pleasing. I don't know, but it makes me think of my friend from high school who won a bartending award a couple years back and titled Australia's best bartender. That's amazing. Isn't it wild? Like all the things that could happen in the world. Like you go to school with these people and then all of a sudden they're winning like the wildest contests or I don't know, have the coolest jobs. I don't know. I just think it's so neat. Wow, that's too big. Cute. It's crazier too because like everyone thought he would go on to become a doctor or something because he's crazy smart, but he found his passion in bartending. That's so freaking cool. The world is so interesting. This color is odd to play with. Trying to think if I know anyone who did something like super wild after school. I don't think so. I'm sure some people have. I just don't know it. Bartending still has lots of science behind it. You got to know how to balance a cocktail, and if you get super advanced, chemistry can become a big part of it too. Yes, actually, you are completely right. My partner, he's one of those weird people that reads a lot, but I don't know when he does it, and he just knows a bunch of things. And excuse me. He loves watching like drink making videos and like he loves mixing drinks himself. He's not like a pro or anything. He does like I think 1 or 2 drinks, but he got like really into it for a while. So it's a lot. When you knock on my door. I'm gonna work on the darkest parts. Around. Watching and reading random things to learn stuff. Yeah, he always pops out with like the weirdest random facts about things that we're watching that I'm like, why do you know this? When did you learn this? Someone I went to school with is now a singer actress and she has like Twitter stands and stuff. Oh, that's so cool. Would we know her in anything? That's so neat. The coolest one that I can think of is I think one of the girls I went to school with now does like a really cool job with animals and traveling and stuff, which was her ultimate goal. She's definitely looks like she's reached it, which is awesome for her. Excuse me? She's Regina George. Like Renee Rapp. Excuse me? You're joking. That's a lie. Are you serious? You might know her. Excuse me. I'm a bisexual woman. Of course I know who Renee Rapp is. That is so cool. She was in your band class? That's amazing. Oh my God. My brain just exploded. That was like the least expected thing that I was not expecting you to say. Renee Rapp. That's so cool. I'm definitely on Renee Rapp TikTok, so that's hilarious. That's so cool. Man, I definitely don't know anybody that cool from high school. I know, what's her name? There's like, I think it was her name, not her band's name, but like Biff Naked went to my high school. Not when I was there though. But that's the coolest one I could think of. That's so cool. I remember her yelling at one of the annoying guys in band. It was legendary. That's amazing and not shocking. It all makes sense. My coolest high school moment was in cooking class with, oh gosh, what was her name? We all called her Lob Kebab, but her name was like Miss Lobenstein or something. It was in her class, and there was this one couple, like, you know how there's always that couple that like gets together, breaks up, gets together, breaks up. And they were like fighting mid-class, and she told him to, trigger warning, end his own life, which is horrible, horrible. And I snapped at her. And it wasn't even like it was loud, but I snapped at her, said something along the lines of, WTF, you can't say that stuff. Anyways, she walked out and the class clapped. Coolest moment of high school, I think. People are horrible. Especially high school kids, honestly. Actually, no, you know what? Middle school also, people just suck. I think people just suck. They have to learn to be great sometimes. I feel like most people I know got like famous-ish here, like in the city. Not many big time famous folks though. Ooh. Are you in like a city where like people travel to get famous? Like Nashville. I always think of that. People do suck for the most part. But you know what? There's a lot of really great people out there, to be fair. But especially in school, like, my back's itchy. Hold on. I'm trying so hard. Had to check. Look at this little boop. Joan of Arc or Aphrodite. Halifax, Nova Scotia. Oh, hello, fellow Canadian. Hella famous. That's actually awesome. Big Fish, Little Pond. That's cool, though. I've never been to Halifax. I've been to quite a few places in Canada. When I used to travel with my dad as a kid, he'd like switch out on which kid he took because he was a truck driver. But never Halifax. Only famous people I know are like a couple of musicians that used to know my dad. I mean, that's cool though. I've definitely learned that like not to idolize people just because they are famous. But I still love them. Like Pedro Pascal. Oh, he's my favorite. I also love Hailiiz Steinfeld. Oh my God. But yeah, definitely. I feel like the age of technology has really shown. It's shown like rich and famous people's cards a little too much, where people don't idolize them in the same way. Because like we can see what they do and what they spend their money on. And like, I don't know. I feel like the age of the internet has definitely affected celebrities for sure in that way. It's shown their hand. Lurds, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Wanted to have a fluffy hair. We may have to adjust it in color once we get to finishing shading the hair because it may not look as white as it is supposed to. Hey, Prof, welcome in. How are you? Devin, I know a few famous people, semi-famous, at least in the TTRPG space. I've talked to a few people, not super, I'm still super tiny, so I haven't talked to too many. But yeah, I feel like definitely I go into it now not expecting, like, I feel like when we were younger and the internet wasn't as internet, like, we go in thinking they are the most perfect angelic human being ever. This is so cool. And I love meeting my idols, but I definitely feel like because of the internet, that wall is like put into place. All the scandals and like stuff like that. But the TTRPG space has a lot of amazing people that I hope to meet one day. The purple eyes are so pretty. Thank you. I think I've talked to 2 people in the TTRPG space, 3 people, I think, that I really love and idolize. One of them being the wonderful Devin Rue, again, map maker. Go check out their Patreon. And I have had only good experiences, and I'm incredibly lucky because you hear a lot of bad things, not about those people. Lucky. I'm very glad. But yeah, I'm very, very lucky. I haven't had too many poor experiences with anyone in the TTRPG space at this time. I'm sure one day that'll change because people are human. But I think it's good to go in with a brain of like, get to know this person before you expect the greatest. But yeah. What am I missing here? Everyone's just a person. Exactly. And also they could be having a bad day. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't think that's an excuse to treat anybody poorly. But I think it's important to remember that, like, exactly, we are just human, like, we're just human beings. You experience much issue with parasocial relationship stuff, if that's not, like, too personal. Do you experience much issue with parasocial relationship stuff? Please forgive me. What does parasocial relationship mean again? I feel so dumb sometimes, you guys. It's a wonder I am, like, I graduated. No, I'm just kidding, but still. The problem is people think they already know these people. Yes, 100%. I agree with that statement. So that leads you to either being shocked that they are different or, like, I don't know, just disappointed. But the social media aspect of work and life and all of that, like, you have to put on, I don't want to say a mask, but like, you have to, like, you're representing yourself a lot. So I think that's something to consider when you are meeting people that are bigger in spaces, if that makes sense. I'm bad at words sometimes, but what am I missing? It's like, even famous people are just people doing their thing and chilling most of the time. Yeah, absolutely. Or people acting as if you are their personal friend when they interact with your social media. I definitely have had issues where I think people have stepped over the line, and I do my best to, like, kind of stand up for myself, but I'm definitely a people pleaser. That is a huge factor of, like, doing online stuff, is like, you have to be prepared for that kind of thing. My throat is so dry. I'm dying. Oh, I woke up with this song stuck in my head. I love this song. Ever since it was on Band Hero, which was like a cheaper version of Rock Band. And what was the other one? Guitar Hero. It was called Band Hero. I got it for Christmas one year, and this song was on it. Ugh, so good. But yeah, it's definitely an interesting topic, and I do think it's important to note, if you are, like, trying to make social media and being a creator as well as an artist or whatever it is you may choose to be, is being mindful of those kinds of things. Also, like, just be prepared that, like, people are gonna people, and, like, you're always gonna get, like, shitty people, shitty comments. Like, don't take it too seriously. The world's too big. You can't please everyone. What am I doing? We'll have to talk about this when you come on the podcast. Definitely. I'm always down. I'm usually pretty open. But yeah, I don't mind personal questions on stream or when I get to talk to the lovely Devin. You can hit me with the most personal question. I'll be okay. But yeah, on stream as well. I'm personally okay with it. I think that this part of the job is important to note, especially, again, if that's like your goal. And I'm not even like at like a peak of like having these issues. Like, I don't want to jinx it, but I haven't had any like extreme haters yet. But I feel like I've been on the internet long enough to know that when and if it happens, don't stress. I mean, you're probably going to stress, but how do you feel about Australians? Can't stand them. The way they say they're ours. No, I'm just kidding. I love Australians. For context, Fallen Morning, one of my very good friends for like a million years is Australian. Also, lovely Fallen Morning. Do you want to talk about your art challenge that you're doing this month in the Discord? Ours. I would love to hear you say that. How my R is different. It's like, we were talking about this on stream once, how like people kind of overdo like how Australians, not all Australians, we were talking about Australian accents and stuff. And there's that one sentence on TikTok going around of how do Australians sound when they say this sentence, but I don't remember what it is. But yeah. She's so cute. I think I'm going to move from the shading to her face. Like that. Fun fact, I cannot do that with my mouth. I know so many people say it, and it's like a fun little trend, but I can't do it with my mouth. Like, I can't. Our Discord, we have a monthly art challenge, and this month is Regency era. Yes. So, draw your characters in Bridgerton-type outfits. I would love to see it. I doodled Baxter, but I'd love to redraw it when I'm not so rusty. Ugh, I love this song. Hell yeah. Good choice, Nat. I'm going to do a nice dark color. So we actually didn't have a face claim. So I just wanted to make sure I went for something a little bit more rounder eyes. Again, I'm very much comparing her to Eddie's other character named Orvithia, who's a very sultry, more sharp angles. So I wanted to give her these nice round doe eyes, if you will. Well, deep set. Her eyes. I need some water. There's like no level of polish or anything needed. Do a doodle. Exactly. It could be an absolute chaotic doodle. What is that? The historical customer and me, I think, would love that challenge if I had any skill. You don't have to have what you consider to be a good enough skill. Like, anybody can do it. Like, just doodle it. Have fun. That is the point. No one is judging it. It isn't a contest. It is just for the purpose of inspiring something. Thank you, Prof. It's such a cute character. I'm so excited to be working on her. Fallen actually did emotes of this character, and I've been wanting to draw her ever since I saw them. Yeah. One day I would love to actually do like Discord streams where we maybe once a month do a Discord stream and just work on the challenge. I'd love to get to that point when I can afford the time to do it. If you're interested in helping me get there, please check out the Patreon. But yeah, I think that'd be really fun to really get more involved with like the Discord and the challenges and little things that we do. Watching you work is so interesting fundamentally. You're so strong in shapes and form where I rely on so much lines. The difference is really neat to see. I understand what you're saying. It is really cool to see how artists work differently. I was watching. Okay. I'm curious if anyone will know what I'm talking about without actually saying the artist's name, because I don't remember it right now. But there is this artist going around with the chonkiest, biggest good boy man character, and they've been sketching it out a bunch, including like with people's OCs and like him reacting with them. Can't remember the name right now. I'm literally in love with him. I watched their stream the other day, and it was so pleasing to watch them draw, because I asked if they're using a reference and they're not. Please know, I'm a big fan of references. I think it's great and can help you. But to watch them work and create different poses so fast with no reference. Oh my God. Like, I hope I get there one day, at least for doodles, you know? I'm not gonna lie, I keep meaning to do something like that, but my time zone fuckery forever makes me second guess because I'm never sure what time are good for non-Aussies. You could do a poll. I mean, if you pre-plan it at the same time, then you could, like if you pre-plan it, then you can like mentally sleep prep for that. You know what I mean? He popped up on my Twitter, right? Oh, I love him. He's so cute. I think it's Aliwa. If anyone finds the artist, please send the link. Anyone who tells you not to use ref or ref is cheating or totally wrong. 100% agreed. 100% agreed. As long as you are not stealing the ref, you are not exact copying the ref, whatever it might be, it's good for you. It's good for the learning. I can't remember what I was going to say. Whew. I feel like there's some things in my art that I've changed recently that has made me not enjoy art as much. It's been around forever, using references? Yes, it has. They used to use like this whole light thing, I think. I don't remember. Or just generally using references. Like that's how like royal portraits were made. Like you have to sit for your portrait. But yeah, ever since I changed the way I draw hair, I want to do hair like this. I definitely prefer it over my heavily detailed hair. But I feel like ever since I changed the way I paint hair, I stress over how it looks all the time. So like that kind of enjoyment has dwindled that I need to find again. Back in ye old DeviantArt days, people were harping about it. Harping about it? Like, were they harping about using it or not using it? Man, I miss DeviantArt when it wasn't full of crap. Oh, she's so cute! Look at this angel baby! I'm sorry to yell, but she's so cute. On the radio, stereo, the way you move ain't fair, you know. I never know how to do hair. I feel like I'm getting it, but it definitely like, I do wonder if like, because it's not crisp like I used to do, like if it just looks like every other artist. I think about that a lot, which is fine. Other artists are amazing, but I do wonder if it like changed things. If you couldn't draw it from memory, then you were a cheater. That's wild to me. Wild. Like, I've even talked about how certain things like, which before I used to consider this like bad, but I remember seeing an artist I admire, they had to draw a controller for a piece of art, like a PS4 controller. It was like part of the background and they traced it. And I was like, oh, I don't know how I feel about that. But now I'm like, why should she know how to draw a PS4 controller? Why does she have to draw it by hand? The artist wants, or the commissioner wants it perfect. Like there's just certain things that like it's okay to play around with using like that kind of type of tracing. It's okay to use references. If you're using an exact reference, I always say please to tag the artist, photographer. Well, preferably don't use art always as a reference, especially if you're copying. But like if you're like doing a study and you pull a picture off of Pinterest, tag the model, tag the photographer. It's not hard. It spreads love to that person, and that person gets to see the work that you made with their stuff, and you're just the perfect credit. I just don't see anything wrong with crediting people. Like, to me, it seems like a plus. I don't know. It's crazy to me. I know people get annoyed, but like, I'd want to be tagged. I don't know. Blows my mind. I think your hair is still fairly distinct. Thank you. I hope people like it. Cause like, so this sienna piece that's here, this is like, I think that's how I used to draw hair. This is not how I used to draw hair. But yeah, I think about it a lot. I went on to DeviantArt the other day and the entire gallery's, yep, all AI, regardless how you feel about AI. That sucks. If you like AI, go away, essentially. I fully believe that. AI sucks. It's thievery. And it sucks that DeviantArt, which is made off of artists, loves AI. Tag the photographers, right? Because photography is its own form of art. They edit the colors, they manipulate the model to have her silhouette maybe a certain way. Like there's just so much more to it. I have seen people say they prefer not to be tagged because it's annoying, but I just think I like how I'm hovering over my I don't know, just it seems silly to me. I actually tried to do a hairstyle study the other day of how you do hair because I really enjoy it. Oh, I'm glad you enjoy it. It makes me feel a bit better. I think most of my comments all used to be on hair, so I think that's why I have that like constant self-consciousness, if you will, of how I draw hair. The Great One drew everything from memory. Me, have you seen how cats, rabbits, or other things that wasn't in front of them? Yes! Oh my gosh, that's so true. Like, hey, that buddy should have used a reference for sure. But also, like, now we stare at it more. Touching you, sweet Caroline. I'm sorry. Ba, ba, ba. She's so cute. I feel like she's a blush on the cherry of her cheeks kind of girly pop. Yeah. Maybe just a little bit on her nose. Just an itty bitty amount. I love this song. Okay, I feel like I got that angelic look down. Obviously, blending and stuff still needs to occur in more shading, but I feel like I've got the vibe, which is angelic. I have to say, it's so funny to watch the eyebrows cry because people, yeah, I've seen that. The world is wild. It's wild. New artist style by Hannah Q. I've been trying out a new artist style. She goes by Hannah Q. Just like for practice? Like inspired by or copying a style. Not that you can like claim a style, but like there's a line, you know what I mean? I'd love to do that challenge where it's like you do like a little headshot of characters in different artist style. Inspired by. Okay, cool. That's awesome. I love that they passed a ruling, at least in the film industry, that you cannot copyright anything that is done via AI. Yes. Hopefully it spreads. Excuse me. Grab this red. She's so cute. Add some blue tones to her skin. I need to make sure she's so cute. Okay, I'm going to do the brown stuff, which isn't going to take long. The EU just passed a bunch of regulations on AI, so hopefully it's all going to start coming through for other countries to follow suit. I hope so. I haven't looked much into what those are, but I hope it's some good stuff. This is probably the cutest face I have ever drawn. Also, like practicing and sense of referencing and learning how to draw in that style just to widen my style since she's an anime artist. Oh, hell yeah. That makes sense. She's a real sweetie, yes. All right, so I just want to color this brown. So all I'm going to be doing is adding, I get compliments on my texture a lot. And I want to tell you guys that almost all the texture is like part of Procreate and quite simple. So for example, I'm going to be doing just a noise brush for this brown. Let me turn this off for now. So I do it in a multiply layer and then an add layer, and I adjust as needed. And then I shade. I need you to do more style studies, especially with hair, to figure out how I like to do it and learn how the fuck to do hair. I think style studies is a really good idea. I do think that, like, because, like, there's a lot of things in my art that I feel like I was like, oh, I really like how this person does this one thing. I'm going to add it to my style. And eventually you just create your own style by doing that. And I do think it's really cool. It's like Frankensteining a style. Just a simple shading. I'm not going to shade the scale mail yet, just because the silhouette of it might change. Well, actually, I don't think it will change, so maybe I will. I'm pretty sure that the, what's it called? The wing, like, covers a lot of this part anyways. That makes sense. The blank page before you. I was thinking of that redhead kid in the car with this song. Ad break. And then I'm going to add a highlight with the noise brush on the edge of this, just to separate them a bit better. And then the rest of it doesn't really require too much because it isn't going to be very visible. All right. Oh. So I think the skirt is just plain blue. It says that there's something else. I'm just gonna literally make this like that because it's not gonna be visible. There we go. CR3 is so good. I love it. But now I know to the loneliness of being a CR3 fan, right? I have to watch last night's episode. I haven't really been on Twitter other than answering, like, responding to comments just because I didn't want any spoilers in case anything happened. Speaking of Prof, be sure to mute Critical Role spoilers. If you're on Twitter, which I believe you are. So I'm going to use the Tarkeen brush, which comes with Procreate. I believe it's under textures for the texture of the skirt. Ba-boom. Ba-boom. Just so it's different than the noise brush, you know? I really don't use it. That's fair. I'm going to have to take a break very soon. Y'all know me. Gotta pee. I'm just going to do a subtle like this and then blend it out because it should not be this sharp. And then you can hear my voice starting to go. If this actually is a cold, y'all, I'm going to be furious. Favorite song. Yes, Devin. Okay, so Thursdays used to be like Crit Roll hype streams, which means it was the only day we were allowed to talk spoilers. So some people wouldn't come because we would be talking spoilers. And now nobody is caught up with CR3, so we don't do that anymore. And it's so sad. Cast lesser restoration on you. Bless you. Time to inhale all the tea. I'm not really a tea drinker. But I do have a lot of like green teas for if I get a sore throat. That saved me. When I went to Gen Con in 2022, I think, yeah. Green tea saved me. I was dying. We have a channel just for spoilers on my Discord so we can talk about it all the time. Well, then I'll be sure to look at it. Also, Devin, feel free to share your Discord link in the chat. You don't need a permission or anything if anyone, especially Prof. See, okay, so what I did, Devin, is I asked the group, please catch up. And the lovely Prof has actually done that. Prof, you have like binged. You watched the Exandria EXU. And then you watched Calamity. And now you're watching Campaign 3. And I'm so glad. You have one for each campaign. That's awesome. I think that we have something like that in ours, but nobody's caught up, so nobody uses it. I'm also in like a 25 plus CR Discord, and I think they have that as well. Episode 56, that's wild. You are catching up. That's incredible. So the further away something is, the softer the shadow is going to be. So like this is going to be a sharper shadow, while I imagine this is like falling down. And this is stiffer, like this, the scale mail. I'm only in the CR Discord. I find it difficult to keep up with the other ones. I have a really hard time keeping up with Discord in general, but it's really nice to just have a like a CR strict Discord. Are you saying is there like a Critical Role Discord, like just Critical Role, like made by Critical Role? If so, I did not know that. Yeah, we do have something like, yeah. I'm not very good at Discord. The lovely Fallen Morning has helped me plan out and do everything, basically. It's essentially Fallen's Discord. I started CR3 February 28th, and I'm at 56. That's so wild. I'm excited for you to get caught up. What you do to me? It's not run by CR, but it's the unofficial one. Oh, cool. I don't think I'm in that. Man, maybe I'll have to find a way in. Break in. Ooh. Oh my god, Devin, you're amazing. Let me just open this up right now. My computer gets mad when I do things, but yeah, I will join Critical Role. Oh my gosh, how did I not know this existed? Okay, I'll look at this after. It's giving me my onboarding stuff. Thank you. I keep meaning to watch CR again. I do understand why some people aren't as into this campaign. Like, I get it, but like, it's so fun. It's so fun to watch. And I love getting inspired by it. My favorite pieces I've done have been like inspired in the moment while drawing. So I love CR. Definitely my biggest inspiration. I actually, so the Jester drawing that I did, which is the first ever portrait I did for Critical Role. Sorry, fan art of Critical Role, never for Critical Role. I feel like it's the first portrait that I did where I really learned my style too. So like, it's such like a big thing for me. I don't know. I've just been listening to audiobooks and rewatching Hannibal. Amazing. What audiobooks? I feel like I want this to be a bit smoother. Ooga chaka. I feel like I'm going to go like this and it'll all come together. You're in love with me. I probably shouldn't sing if my voice hurts. Heroes of Olympus, Inheritance Cycle, Looking Glass Wars have been the last couple. I don't know any of those. That sounds awesome. I am currently trying to get through the Molly Mock book, The Eyes of Nine. Okay, so I want to add a bit more interest to this skirt. So I have a couple of options. I'm going to try one, but I'm not going to merge it specifically because I don't know how Eddie will feel about it. So I'll kind of explain it as I go. So the main basis of the skirt is done. Awesome. There's one thing I want to do. I want to add a rim to it, to this part that's like lifted up because of her leg. So I'm just going to use a soft airbrush. You can use a soft airbrush to kind of make it look thicker. Or you can also use like a sharp brush to have it more of like a intense end. Lana's the best. I just want to hug her. Me too. I talk about this a lot, but one of my favorite D&D characters, like types, is like characters who have been through some shit and are still incredibly positive. I love that. Maybe that's where my life kind of trickles in a little bit into D&D. It's the goal. 'Cause you ask for it. Okay, so I got that. So another thing that I can add is some stitching. Y'all know how I feel about stitching. It's just the best. But I do want it to be subtle. Speaking of airbrushes, I recently broke the pistol on mine like an idiot right after starting a big project. No! I don't know anything about like actual airbrushing, like the paint and stuff like that. But I imagine that sucks. That'd be essentially like me breaking my Apple Pencil, correct? I'll always love the story behind the song. Tell me more. Tell me more. I'm obviously not going to be having it as white. But the way these brushes work, they always do that. So I'll start with white, and then I'm just going to go like this. Woo! Look at that. Stitching. I love stitching brushes and stuff. It's just so fun. So something I really like to do, I may not keep it, but I'm going to show you guys anyways, is like wear and tear, especially on armor and, you know, adventuring gear. So I like to grab one of my Hailiiz brushes and grab a color that's a little bit lighter than the fabric. I don't know if it's going to work with the way this seam works, but essentially, let me just make sure I'm using the wrong brush here. I want the harsher one. Essentially, I just go like this. So it's like, it's almost fraying a bit. And then if you want to get extra spicy, you could like go like that. And it looks like frayed. Sorry, I just scraped my mic. I'm sorry. I don't know. I just like it. I think it looks worn. Like it looks like somebody wears it. Not like moths got at it, but looks like it's well loved. Her record company said she needed to write. Oh, yeah. I think you told me this before. So good. I love a sassy artist. Yeah, pretty much. I started painting a big mini that's just way too large to get done with a brush. And I got the first coat done, and then the next day I broke it. Oh, no. May I ask something like that? Like, how much would it cost you to replace? So yeah, that's what I like to do. You could get like super crazy with it depending on how frayed it is, but it doesn't have to be intense. I might even make this a little bit darker just so it's subtle. And I'll keep those in separate layers just in case he doesn't like it. All right, I gotta take a bathroom break and a stretch. Ooh. Okay. Whew. It's not like a moth got at it. I got such a vivid flashback of Matt Mercer saying, "You're a moth." Oh my God. What's your intelligence score? Okay, I'll be right back. Everyone be good. Get some water. 'Tis I, the Frenchiest fry. Okay. Just sent an update. I kind of debated on making more coffee, but I didn't. That's okay. Uptown girl. All right. What are we doing? Should we just do the scale mail? Nah, let's do the bell first. Let's get the easy stuff out of the way. Okay, so for leather, there's a brush called Old Skin on Procreate. I have changed the name to Leather because that sounds better. But that's all I do. That's the texture. Ba-boom. Done. This is why I feel like an imposter all the time. Because, like, I don't know. Just feels a little like it looks like my work is more complicated than it is, you know? I don't know if that's just a feeling, but like the imposter syndrome is real. Uptown girl. Work smarter, not harder. Yes. I mean, I also need to work harder, though. Very much. Is a woodworker a cheater for using a laser cutter? No. Still, I feel like most of my compliments come on my texture. I don't know why. Immaturity just hit. A lot of my textures get the most compliments, but they are quite simple. I feel like is the best way to put that. I'll fight anyone who gives you gruff on that. Thank you. To be fair, no one's given me gruff. I'm just an anxious person. You know? Forever anxious. Okay, so I'm starting to realize my body is in fight or flight mode all the time, which apparently is normal for people with high anxiety. Because the other night I didn't sleep till 8 a.m. Because I knew the maintenance guy was coming to fix a few things in the apartment. He's super nice. He loves cats. He even gave me some gloves so I could wash dishes with my burnt fingers. Like, super nice. But I didn't sleep. Wild. It's not cheating or wrong. You've learned it and you've done it, and you're not paying the electrician necessarily to come in for his time. You're paying him for the skill and education to know that all they need to do is fix that exact one wire. That is a very good point. That is a good way to put it. Also, speaking of electrician, almost had an apartment fire. I had no idea. Said maintenance guy took a look at my dryer because my dryer has this issue where if my neighbor is running his dryer, any clothes that I leave in the dryer because I'm lazy gets wet, like with the condensation. So anyways, so that thing was broken. But the thing that almost started a fire was when he checked the back of the dryer, my plug, literally one of the prongs, was burnt to a crisp, as is the plug-in. So I don't have a dryer. I'm very lucky. One of my best friends lives next door, and my twin lives basically next door as well. So I've got 2 different dryers that I could go use. Probably use their washer too. Let's be real. I'm not going to lug wet clothes across the courtyard, but yeah. So, hey guys, check your plugins for safety purposes. Also, another electricity comment. I have had a lava lamp. It's not actually like the lava though. It's just sparkles since elementary school. I'm 27. Right? I'm 27. Yeah. It finally died on me. I'm really sad. I'm so sad. So I'm basically saving up to replace the pistol with my airbrush. Oh, yeah. I saw that you messaged. Hold on. It depends on like how high end the pistol is. Starter ones are around 70 to 80, and like pro level ones can easily go up to like 200 to 300. Oh. I hope You're basically saying you have to replace piss with my airbrush when I get paid. That makes sense. I mean, one thing about it is that it is for your work where you get paid to do it, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, you said you do commissions for that? Like a big, unless I'm wrong. Maybe it's just a project. But you could do commissions for that and hopefully make the income. I'm going to make... all of this will go away. So my lovely partner is coming home in a little bit, just to get some clothes and stuff before he goes to a hockey game tonight. And he's been house sitting for a week, and I am a needy lady. So I'm going to take a break when he comes home to see him, but I'll probably stay on, like, keep the stream on. If I go past the 10 minutes though, don't stress. I plan on coming back. Cause I think I want to just keep trucking along until I have to go for dinner and then D&D prep, because I prep my notes the night of. I don't paint anywhere good enough to take commissions. Hey, you never know. Maybe you do. I feel like a lot of people feel that way. Excuse me, hiding there. Let me just... It's in shadow. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of a highlight as well. Minis for my tabletop stuff. It's just this one in particular mini is like a literal brick of a unit. Can I see? I'm gonna make sure like that. Sneaky peekies, it's some D&C stuff. What? What's sneaky peekies? What is Avery showing you? Yeah, that sounds great. Speaking of, I saw our lovely friend Andy Wheeler. He started his stream off by going through like a whip section that people could post and looking at it on stream. And I think that sounds so fun. So I might do that sometime. It's like a very good vibe to start off the stream. Just seeing what everyone else is working on. Okay, as you can tell, I've been avoiding the metal. Not from Avery. Who is it? Tell me more. I'm the tiny bit that wasn't shadowed, but nobody will notice, but will drive that artist crazy. I would go nuts. I would literally lose it. Okay, here's what I'm going to do for the scale mail. I'm going to start by plopping some other colors onto it. Just like some blues, maybe like subtle greens. Maybe throw a bounce of orange in there. Bounce this color off. Bounce this color off. Okay. Really wishing that I had a scale mail brush. I'm pretty sure I don't, but let's see what I got. You know, I got a lot of random stuff. I don't think this is just mail. Like, this is mail. It's mail. This is just metal textures, which is really cool. I don't use a lot, but I do think it's really neat. This is okay, this is scale mail, but the thing is it's not shaped. Another thing about this is that, here, I'm just going to draw a big plop of it, and I'm going to take it. Oh my God. My life is complete. Sorry. Oh, that's exciting. We're going to use a little warp here. Hold on. I'm just very excited about this scale mail brush. It's stunning, magnificent, beautiful. My life is just complete. It's in the art. Okay, I'll check. 1 second. I'll just look around for now. Okay. I will look at that after. Hey, baby hideout, your art. Whoa, you weren't kidding. I was picturing like a creature. It's literally a tank. Literally a tank. Oh my gosh. That's amazing. I understand why you wanted the airbrush too. Like, that's huge. Is this where the airbrush died? Is this where it gave up on you? This is so cool. This is a D&D mini? What are you doing? What's your D&D like? Oh my lordy Lou. That's wild. Also, I love this little setup you have. Is this a turntable? That's so sick. Thank you for sharing that with us. That's so dope. I am super hungry, so when B comes home, I'm gonna have a protein bar. While I say hi. We're running wild. Oh my gosh. My life is complete. Work smarter, not harder. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna just scooch this. Nope. Over here and put it with other textures that I use for metal, which is this one. Yeah. Oh my god, I'm so happy. Sadly, not for D&D, just for my tabletop war games. And the stuff that's not yellow is mostly because it's going to... Oh, another color, okay. Like, the front is a big door that will be black as the scheme for the army is yellow with black accents. That's sick. That's awesome. That must be so fun, too. All right. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to start by shaping the scale mail. Because obviously we're not just going to leave it like this. I'm so happy the texture is there and I don't have to draw out the scale mail. My life is complete and I will now accept more armor commissions. But I still want to add details to it. Including adjusting the shape. Especially on this outside. I feel like some of those are okay. Oh, I love when it bounces. Okay. So now I'm going to go in and detail it. Just add some shadows because the scale mail is bending with her leg. So some of it would be lifting. So this part is tedious, but it definitely gives it more life. It's not perfect, the pattern, but it doesn't have to be. That's something I've been working on is like, I love to do heavy detail, especially in certain areas, but not all areas need it. I love that I keep zooming out, but I literally have the picture like right here. Why are you like this? There you go. Let's make it bigger. So that way when I zoom in, I don't have to keep zooming out. I think I want, yeah. I could probably go in a pattern, so this is easier. But today I've chosen chaos, so that's not happening. Love was only true in fairy tales. I keep zooming out. Stop it. Then I saw her face. It's a little turntable for minis when I use the airbrush, though this boy is a bit too large for it. It's like 12 inches long and about 6 inches wide. That is crazy. That's huge. Believe her, I wouldn't leave her if I tried. Zooms out. Then I saw her face. In theory, these ones would be like this area would be the most lifted because it's like coming around her leg, and then it would drop and be less lifted. So I think I'm going to focus on that. I think that's good enough. I'm not even going to worry about the ones in there. And these ones wouldn't be super lifted probably, but I'm going to add a bit of shading. And then I'm going to add, right? It's so simple, but it really does help it come to life, especially because most textures, while they are textures, are still quite flat. And I definitely wouldn't want to just do the texture. I want to bring it to life. That's the coolest part about drawing, right? Is bringing it to life. Shadows. And then I want to highlight. Let's use this brush for highlight. We're going to end up having to erase as well. So I'm going to go like this. And then I'm going to go in with an eraser, which I will use my harsh brush as well, I think. Let's lower the opacity a bit so it's easier to see. Well, first off, let's grab the shading that we've already done and just erase that part, and then we'll continue it. I guess we could have just also done this. Hey, odd question. How did you get good with hair? Lots of practice. I used to draw hair very different. Well, I used to shade hair very differently than I do now. I think studying real hair is really important, and remembering, I believe I had 3 main things I like to remember when I'm doing hair, and it is silhouette, gravity, and I don't remember what the other one is, but I'm going to say depth. Hello, I'm just lurking, but I hope you're all doing great. Hello, Patty. Patty, you know the drill. What's for dinner? It's a bit of a pain to bring it. Oh, my partner's home. He did not text me as he said he was going to. It needs to be in a separate box. It's a lot of fun to use though, and it's affectionately called the brick because it really just a large brick of resin. But yeah, one second, I'm being requested. I will be right back, everybody. I may be a bit longer than 10 minutes, but everyone be good. Get some water. Hello. How long has it been since I left? Oh, long enough that my thingy turned off. Let me get this back up. Hope everybody's doing well. 1866. Thank you. I had a protein bar. How long has it been since I left? I feel like I want to like do one where I don't have a timer for like if I take a longer break. I've seen people take like half an hour breaks too. So it must not be that weird. Because at least people know. Or maybe just adding like a bigger timer. I can't see anything. Hold on. I don't have my glasses on. Just giving them a clean. All right, let's see. You're reading. I love that. I think Eddie responded. So I'm just going to check that out. All right. Thank you. One streamer I know would literally stream and just go for dinner and come back to stream after like 30 plus minutes. That makes me feel better. I feel like do people like having the timer so that way they can see like when the streamer's supposedly coming back? Thank you, Caldara. I feel like people are more likely to stick it out, especially. That's how I feel as well. I was responding to fallen comments about the reading, so I don't know either. I think it's a good idea personally to have a timer. Yeah. Yeah, that's how I feel as well. So maybe I'll just make one with like a longer timer and then I won't feel so pressured. And that way the stream doesn't actually have to end. I also want to now use less opacity, not that much, calm down, and just do a bit of like texturing. That's probably good. And then there was something else I wanted to do. What was it? Maybe just like a sharper highlight. In certain areas. Because it is metal. And lower the opacity a bit. And then just add a bit more shadows from the belt. Thank you for the lurk. Okay, I think I'm happy with that. I'm going to send an update to the commissioner again Hello? Okay, go back to this. Do you know, guys, I think I'm actually going to take a break here. I'm going to get some chores done before D&D, so that kind of works out. So we're going to do a quick raid. If that's okay, I know I just took a break, but now that I'm sitting back down, let's see. Bakake. Bakake is live. Bakake. We're going to raid them. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to hear more. So we're gonna do a little raid message. Hey, Hailiiz raid. I'm not sure how many people are active at the moment, but if you want to join in on the raid message, just copy and paste. I'll give you a second if you want to change the emotes though. Raid B Kake. I don't have timed streams until next week sometime, so I will update on the Discord if I'm going live again randomly, and I will continue to update the patrons with work that I am working on. I hope everybody has a lovely day. Thank you for sticking around during that break. I apologize that I'm heading back out, but I'm glad that I could stream a bit. Yes, thank you so much, Luria, for being here. It was so nice to see you. Yeah, everybody be good. Drink water, eat good food, wash your feet, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.